subscribe. Darling Radio, why you subscribe?
Some of you African Americans should be ashamed of yourself, and I'm here to tell you why. Hi, my name is Empress Mawina, and I am originally from Ghana, but I moved over here when I was a kid. Y'all want to claim that America belongs to y'all, but yet, ever since I went to the States, the money, I never seen a picture of a black man on it. But when you travel to Africa, or even Jamaica, or any black populated country, all the money have a black man on it. So how is America really your country again? Make it make sense. Y'all want to claim that y'all built America, but the real truth is, actually, the white people stole all the African stuff, brought it over to this country, and our ancestors, who were black like me and you, build America. You guys are jealous. And let me give you one reason why I think you guys are jealous of us. Y'all was saying that a Chinese has a market, Africans have a market, Indians have their own market, but when it comes to the African Americans, y'all do not have a market. Yeah, I think you're jealous. That's one. Wait. I think your real beef is honestly with white people and not us Africans, because on 1942 in Detroit, I remember you guys tried to build a black community, but then the white people shut it down. I think your real beef is with white people. FBA, you make being black so embarrassing, and I'll tell you why. A white man listening in to most of the stuff that comes out of your mouth, because at the end of the day, we are all black people, okay? Whether you like it or not. And the white people know that. So if the white people listen to some of the stuff that comes out of your mouth, no wonder why they think black people are stupid. Stop embarrassing us and stop making us look like idiots. Y'all want to claim India an indigenous world. Meanwhile, India doesn't even want nothing to do with you. India is not claiming you. Another reason why I think y'all are jealous is because, God forbid, if something bad was to happen, us African people, we have somewhere to go. Y'all don't. Another reason why I think y'all are jealous of us is because us African people, when we come to this country, majority of us do really, really well in the country, while most of y'all just end up with 5 kids, multiple baby daddies, on welfare, and living in Section 8. I hate to do this to y'all, okay? But y'all already know what's going on in this world. Black and black crime is already a lot, so I do not understand what the FBA is doing at all. You guys are not helping the situation. There's so much hatred in your hearts. And I know our ancestors are very disappointed. They look down with disgrace. Just like how y'all make me feel. I just feel so ashamed to be black because of y'all. Making a fool out of all of us. If y'all don't want to be African American, fine. Nobody is forcing y'all. And matter of fact, we do not care. And we are not getting out of the country because it is not your country. Another reason why I think y'all are jealous of us is because we have one of the most beautiful women. Okay, African women are gorgeous. Do you see their bodies? Gorgeous. I know the African Americans be striving to look like an African girl with that natural curves. That's why BBL became so popular in America, or should I say North America, because y'all want to look like us. One of them went ahead and asked me, so what's your blood type? I told a person I am O blood type. The person told me I was lying. And I asked them, why would you say I'm lying? They're like, oh, if you're O blood type, that means that one of your ancestors was American. What? That doesn't even make any sense. That simply just means that slavery really did happen, and one of my ancestors happened to have ended up in America because he was African. I wish all of this hatred would stop, because I know not only the ancestors are looking down, God is even looking down at all of us, and I know he's not proud. I'm pretty sure they're all ashamed just like I feel ashamed. And no, us African people, we are not going to bow down to you African Americans and kiss your asses. And you are not better than us.
Speaking of immigrants, like I said earlier, this woman from Ghana. Hold on, what's my son doing? What you doing uptown? Why you up, son? What's wrong? You can't breathe? You have trouble breathing? What's wrong? Is your stomach still hurting? Get your water bottle. Get another water bottle. Go back up. All right. Sorry about that, guys. My son's coming down here. Um, like I said about this lady, she put up a video on TikTok. She had a video talking about how foundational Black Americans are jealous of her. She did a whole thing, a whole 4-minute video. She moved over here. She's over here now. And she did a whole thing about how we are jealous of the immigrants. So they come over and we are jealous. And some of the things she said we are jealous about, she was like, yeah, yeah, you FBAs say this is your country. This is the white man country. If this is your country, how come your face is not on the money? Said back home, we have black men's faces on the money. Okay, and the money is damn useless outside of that spot. I mean, yeah, these folks be saying shit that ain't really a flex. That's not a flex. Yeah, your face is on the money, but that money can only be spent in that damn village. That don't mean anything. Like, the money doesn't determine ownership. Power and bloodline does. We are the original engines of the American economy. The sugar, cotton, tobacco, all of the railroads. None of that shit would have existed without us. We were the currency. You see, the ownership that comes through contribution, sacrifice, and foundation, not through who's printed on the damn fiat currency. Yeah. Yeah, our blood is in the soil. Currency is just symbolisms. Our foundational ancestral bones are buried in this land. We were here before the dollar even existed in the modern form. We predate the cash money and all of that. And we predate that on this land. Yeah. But yeah, the money keeps it honest. The money represents the white supremacist power structure. That's a reality. And that's a global thing. Now they can put y'all on the money, you still under white supremacy. Yeah, they can run a game on you. Yeah, they'll put all types of Negroes on the damn money, and Britain still control your ass. France still control your ass. Yeah, they can give you the illusion of you getting something popping because you own some money that don't spend worth a damn. Some of that, and I'm not trying to denigrate some of these countries, but y'all know some of us who've been over there to some of the African nations, their money, man, you can't, the minute you leave, you go to the airport, try to exchange that money and watch what they say. Try to convert that money at the airport and watch what they say. Get that shit out of here. Literally. And I'm not saying that to be facetious. Dude, I've taken some of that money from some of them African countries when I was flying out and I got outside and went to the money exchange. They're like, oh no, we don't take that money. They won't even accept that money. That shit ain't even accepted in the global cultural exchanges. So your face being on that don't mean anything. And being on the money, that hasn't protected y'all from exploitation. Yeah, your face is on the currency and you're being economically controlled by the Western banks and the IMF and all of the neo-colonialists and all. You're still being controlled. Yes. Symbolism without real sovereignty, that don't mean nothing. Come on now, you don't want to. We're gonna flex. We'll show you what to flex, dude. We've changed laws over here. We fought legal battles, built towns, created little economic systems within the U.S. We've changed the Constitution. With blood, sacrifice, the whole shebang. The fact that you can come over here is because of us. We've influenced every major institution in this country. So yeah, we're not gonna play that game. Yeah. And she was also trying to tie herself into the lineage. She's like, the white people, they stole Africans and all of the African culture and built the US with all the culture from you and me. No, no. No, that African culture, that we had an ethnogenesis. We had a complete ethnogenesis. Africa didn't do anything to help us. We had to get everything out the mud. We didn't get no protection, no reach out. We didn't get nothing from Africa. We had to get everything out the mud. We had an ethnogenesis, so we created whole new entire cultures independent of African culture. And that's not to denigrate African culture, but again, y'all don't have the same thing we have. We don't have what you have. Y'all don't have what we have. We have different cultures, and that's okay. Whenever we point that out, cats start freaking out. Oh, you niggas hate us. No, hold on. We got free Africa right here. Let's get an African immigrant in here now. Let's hear from him. Free Africa, what's up, man? Free, what's up, man? Unmute your mic.
What's up? So thank you for the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one question for you. Do you agree that African leaders such as Gaddafi contributed to your fight for civil rights? Do you agree that Gaddafi gave a lot of money to support your struggle for freedom and for civil rights? It's out there. You can search it. He gave donation to Black Panther. He gave donation to the Nation of Islam.
Mhm.
He was planning to give like 5 billion in 60s. Then he was blocked by US government. Then he was put on CIA blacklist because he was putting so much support for you guys. Why do you keep saying we did not do anything for the civil rights? Do you agree Gaddafi did that?
He did some things as an individual later on, but now you're trying to take credit because Gaddafi is an Arab. Okay, so we doing that? Mm?
Why you mean he's an Arab? He's African. He was fighting for the United Africa. That's how he got eliminated.
Hmm. Yes, he did do some things. And this wasn't during the civil rights movement. He gave some money to the Nation of Islam. Only a portion of that was received because the U.S. government kind of stepped in. Um, but he donated to some Pan African movements and things like that. But as far as like a real big thing to us that we actually received, we really didn't get nothing. So what did he give, especially to civil rights? Because he wasn't around during the civil rights movement like that. I don't think.
Yeah, he was around because you can read he gave to Black Panther. So what was Black Panther doing then for
What
the
did what
time?
did what did he give to the Black Panthers?
Lot of money donation to support their struggle.
I didn't hear about that. What year was this?
It's recorded. You can read. It's available if you need. So go find out Gaddafi contribution to the Black Panther. Lot of money, a lot of training for the leaders of the movement. So when you say African did nothing for the civil rights, it's kind of like ridiculous from my point of
But the
view.
thing is, if you find one person here, one person there, you can find an individual. Just like people like to bring up Stokely Carmichael. Yeah, Stokely, he was a rider to a certain degree until he got the hell on when shit got hot. You can find individuals who can step up and do some things. We're talking about as a collective, talking about as a collective group. We as a collective, the civil rights movement, that was millions of us stomping and stepping out here helping other groups as a collective unit. The Montgomery bus boycott, that was us moving as a group. You understand? We do movements as a group. Even when Garvey came, it was us as a group supporting Marcus Garvey. It's not like, well, Booker T. Washington supported him. No, we as a group supported him. We don't get the same reciprocal thing. Where as a group, you guys are really stomping for things for us. It's just not there. Now, you again, you can find some individual people who did some cool things, but
Yeah, also, Patrice Lumumba was a mentor for Malcolm X. He was the one who advised Malcolm X to take your struggle to the UN. Malcolm X admitted then when he was meeting all these African revolutionary independence leaders, he told Malcolm X, you know what, the racism you're facing, it's not about American issue. You should take this to the human rights courts in the UN. That's from Patrice Lumumba. Also, just to let you know, during Black Lives Movement, Africans everywhere in the world, they were together in the streets, fighting for white supremacy. You saw that the entire world, black men were with you guys. I don't know why you keep saying we are doing nothing. Nairobi, everywhere. We were like on the streets fighting for justice for George Floyd. Um, Also, there's a lot of contribution, but to be honest, it's ridiculous when you're just saying we are doing nothing.
show me
Uh,
something. Okay, okay, let's do it like this. Show me something tangible and measurable. Like, for example, we can show you tangible things that we as foundational Black Americans help non FBAs do. We can show you the millions of dollars that are given to DACA programs and all types of things, the um, thousands of scholarships from HBCUs that people come over and take advantage of. We can show you tangible things. We can show tangible resources that people come over here and get that we help them get. Dollar amounts, not just symbolism. See, you talk about a lot of symbolisms. You talk about in the 60s, let's be completely honest. When Malcolm was over there in Africa, some of them African nations was telling him to kick rocks. Some of those African nations were telling him, hey, your struggle ain't our struggle. So let's tell all of it. Yeah, you had some riders like Patrice Lumumba, people like that, but you had some of them saying, hey, yeah, our struggle's a little bit different. So you on your own. So let's just keep it all the way real. Let me get Grinds TV in here. Grinds, hop on in.
What's up, brother Tariq? How you doing?
I'm good, Grinds. We got Free Africa here.
Yeah, free Africa. I didn't gave him smoking real space the other day. Like, how are you supposed to be connected with somebody that got assassinated 3 years before you went over to Africa? I mean, like, come on now, like, and then he really started crashing out when I brought like irrefutable truth like that. I think it's just a little his babble. It's like little slick Pan African babble trying to say that we got our game from them when really it was the other way around. And like history shows that in every different case you can think of. So it's just another failed attempt to try to try to convince us of some bullshit that he couldn't get off in Rio Space the other night. Free Africa, like, come on, man, like you know better than that, and you know I checked you the other night on that, and you crashed out. So don't crash out on us again. Find somebody else to troll with that bullshit, bro.
Well,
no, I'm going to share the message from Malcolm X himself talking about that. I'm not lying to
But
you.
again, like I said the other night, Patrice Lumumba was executed in 61. Malcolm made his way late 63 and all through 64, up until like just really maybe a couple of weeks before his assassination. So what is it that he's getting from Lumumba? You said that they met up, and then when I asked you when, you couldn't give me an actual date or a year. That's because you know I got you on that.
They never met then? That's how you say? You say Malcolm
I'm
X
still
never
waiting.
met
I'm still
Lumumba?
waiting. You never gave a year about when they met. and how he's supposed to have been mentored by Lumumba, who was already gone in '61. So what game could Lumumba have like personally given Malcolm when Malcolm made his trip over there? He wasn't even alive.
Yes, Lumumba was gone, but in '61, Malcolm
So
X
you just
was
contradicted
a
what you
star.
said.
Malcolm X was in
So
the
you
fight in
contradicted. So you
'61.
contradicted what you said just
No,
now and in
I'm not
real space the other day.
contradicting because
You
Malcolm X
did. It
was
is
still in the
contradict, not
fight.
contradict.
When Malcolm X was still in the fight in '61, do you agree or not?
Yeah, when he was in, yeah, he was in the nation, but as far as him going to those nations and actually making an impact, that was after he had parted ways with the nation. You still there, Free Africa?
Yeah, I'm here. So go find out. Malcolm X himself, he admits
Go
when
find
he
out
meets
what you
those
need to go find
African,
out what I just told you.
when he meets those African who were fighting for independence, Kwame Nkrumah, Patrice Lumumba, and the others, they advised Malcolm X how to proceed with your struggle. It's right there, bro.
Like Tariq told you a couple minutes ago, when he went over there, they basically said that our fight isn't the same in the kick rocks. And not only that, but one of the reasons why Malcolm was going to the UN, in fact, around that time, he was calling out the hypocrisy of other leaders, especially African leaders. I told you that the other night in real space, because cause the thing is, he was like, "Well, how are you going to call out the mistreatment of our people? Period. You're not even calling out the stuff that's going on over here. You're only focused on your areas alone." So this whole, slick way of trying to Pan Africanize Malcolm is falling. It's like it's not even solid. That's not even a solid foundation you're building on. So just knock it off, fam. You take care, Tariq.
Thank you so much. Right. Free Africa. Yeah, they're kind of calling you out for kind of giving some misinformation. They're kind of calling you out a little bit. But yeah, listen, Brother Grimes is telling the truth, man. Let's be real. Some of them African leaders over there, they were telling Malcolm to kick rocks. They were not really trying to align with Malcolm like that. Yeah. Over there in Senegal, from what I understand, they weren't really rocking with him like that. Um, I think Malcolm said he didn't get the same enthusiasm from the president of Liberia over there. So yeah, a lot of them were just kind of telling Malcolm to kick rocks. Huh? Let's get Sir Great Black. And he left. He left. Let me get Great Black Shark in here. Great Black Shark, hop back on. All right. Great Black, hop on in.
To free Africa and any other, continental African or Caribbean person that tries to rely on prominent figures from the past. The question we have to ask today is where is their modern day, present day equivalent that
Right.
are doing these things? And see, I'm going to throw something out here that's really going to make all the Pan Africanists mad and the tether class mad. Okay, you want to name what your historical writers might have done for us back in the past. Let me ask you this. Where's the African nation, African leaders, and where's the movement from the citizens of African nations to say, you know what? Our foundational Black American freedmen brothers sacrificed for us to come here during the civil rights era with the Hart-Celler Act because they wouldn't be able to immigrate here without it. So where's the equivalent movement to say, hey, we need to do something for our brothers in the diaspora because they say we're brothers, right? Why don't you pressure your government to say, hey, listen, don't give America any more resources until they pay foundational Black American freedmen's cash payment reparations? With that, our land.
There you go. Yes, indeed. So yeah, man, they come in here and start throwing out these weird false narratives, and we got to check all that stuff. And I like how we get it. We start checking it in real time, which is good. Just like I was talking about that lady who made that video and all her talking points, where she was talking about how we don't have this as foundational Black Americans, and um, they come over and they do so much better. She had that whole thing Oh, we come over there and oh, we're doing so great. And she's up there in a struggle apartment with junk all on the floor, talking that nonsense. And she starts talking about, well, FBAs don't have a market. When immigrants come over to the US, when the Japanese, they have a market. When the Africans come over, we have a market. When the Caribbeans come over, we have a market. When the East Indians come over, we have a market. Where the FBAs don't have a market. Listen, most immigrant markets cater to their own group because y'all the only people who usually eat that shit. All right? We don't have Best Buy bushmeat and shit like we don't want that. No, no, I'm not trying to hate. Foundational Black American culture has fed the entire nation. You understand? Our food and style and culture, it transcended ethnicity. We built a national cuisine. Soul food, barbecue, hot sauce, fried chicken, seasoning culture, those are American staples. So our foods, it's in everything. You go to Applebee's, you can get some shit that we created. When you get mac and cheese, that's something we created. It's everywhere. Modern mac and cheese is something that we created. So, yeah, our culture is national culture. Our foods are national foods. Yeah. They're not serving egusi at Olive Garden nowhere. You know what I'm saying? At some of the mainstream restaurants like that. You understand? They're not serving fufu at Popeye's Chicken. You there? They're selling red beans and rice. That's stuff that we popularized over here like that. Yeah. So yeah, our market is so dominant it doesn't need a label. It's embedded into American culture. We built the national cuisine, and that makes us unique. And the woman said something to the effect of, she said, if the thing about FBA is, if something were to go down really bad, we have somewhere to go. We can go home. You niggas have nowhere to go. Boy, that's a fleeing mindset. That's not a flex. That's not a flex at all. That's not a flex whatsoever. Because when you talk about having a place to go, what you're doing is admitting your outsider status. Saying you got a place to go means you're a guest in this country. We're not guest here. We are the foundation. You see? So we don't really need backup like that. Y'all ain't got no backup anyway. Yeah, this land was built off of our blood, labor, our spirit. So we're already home. We're home. And we've survived everything at home. So we're good. We ain't fleeing and running nowhere. What you mean if things go bad? Things have already went bad and we survived it. Yo ass is the one who had to flee when things got bad back home. Yeah? You the one had an escape plan because you couldn't cut it on your own homeland. It got decimated. Yeah? So you got to watch people and check them on that stuff. And the woman, she keeps talking in a fake Southern accent. She's trying to talk. She's running around here talking about her culture, but she keeps trying to talk in a Southern accent. Have y'all noticed that? Like a lot of these tether women, especially, they get online and try to denigrate us while talking with Southern slang. There was another woman the other day. She was talking about how much she loves fleeing, and yeah, she ain't going nowhere. Like, I'm here, nigga. I'm here, hunty. I am here now. I am going to die here, hunty. Okay, period. Oh, okay, it sounded all weird, trying to sound like Southern FBA women. Well, that's a weird flex. Y'all try to talk about our culture and the lack thereof as you're imitating us. That's real weird. That's a weird thing. Yeah. And another thing this woman said, she was like, the ancestors, you are trying to distance yourself from Africa. The ancestors are looking down on FBAs with disgrace. What ancestors? Who, the ones who were selling niggas? Which ones? What what ancestors looking down with disgrace? Our foundational Black American ancestors are looking down with pride because we're honoring them and uplifting them. This is why great things are starting to come to us because we're uplifting those ancestors. I'm telling you, when you start denigrating these ancestors here, bad things happen. That's why people who try to denigrate our lineage, things go left. The more we honor our foundational Black American lineage, the more we get spiritual upliftment, spiritual grace, spiritual abundance. The ancestors start looking out for us. But look at the people who try to denigrate us. Look at what's going on with Umar. Y'all saw Umar was over in Africa kind of talking greasy about the lineage here. And I'm not trying to beat up on Umar. I'm not trying to dogpile because he is going through some shit. So Umar gets back over here from Africa after talking all that shit about us. And now my bank accounts are frozen. My bank accounts are frozen. So he's yelling about all his bank. I need money. I need money. He's screaming about he needs some money. His bank accounts are frozen. There's some middle-aged chick out here that he didn't mess with, and she's exposing him, and it was a mess. It is a damn mess. It's so I'm not gonna dogpile on the guy, but it's such a damn mess. Yeah, it's a Umar's out here and then froze his bank accounts, and he's out here asking people to give him some money on PayPal. My bank accounts are frozen. My bank accounts are frozen. The FDMG bank account is okay, brother. So yeah, you don't get to denigrating these ancestors. You don't do that. You don't do that. It's a whole new vibe out here. You dig? And another thing this woman said, boy, this woman said, FBA women, y'all are jealous. She said, y'all are jealous because y'all want to look like them. She said, y'all want to look like the West African women. Yeah. Y'all are jealous because y'all want to look like us. We got the best bodies. Ma'am, okay. When she said that, I'm like, she might be on some kind of foreign narcotic. Ma'am, don't nobody, our FBA sisters don't want to walk around with cake soap and flies and crooked wigs. No, nobody, and no disrespect. No, all of y'all don't have flies in West Africa, but damn, come on now. Don't be just saying shit. Don't be saying she's talking about FBA women are jealous of her as she's trying to talk like a foundational Black American woman. Come on, the levels of delusion is insane. The levels of delusion is insane. Yeah. So, we're getting some straightening out here. A lot of folks are kicking and screaming because of the delineation movement. There's a renaissance. There's a foundational Black American renaissance. Well, the Queen, let me get Queen back in here. Sister Queen, hop back on in here. Queen, hop on in there.
Yes, Tariq, I do have a new breaking report for the Ghanaian broad that had so much stuff to say about our culture. Allegedly, now this is allegedly, she has three free, free triple X accounts. Now you can go on Google, you can look those up, and she goes by Cherish Cherry or Cherry Coochie. And that's the last thing I wanted to report. You guys have a good night.
Thank you. Oh, that's funny. Because I did see something. She was talking all that shit, and then somebody had a video of her. She got some real big, long National Geographic titties. The titties are like real big and long. And she got up trying to twerk, and I'm like, okay, the house looked all musty and it looked real weird. So yeah, that would not be surprising. Is it with cherry coochie? Okay, I have to look it up later. I have to look it up later, but I would not be surprised. Ox, yo, what's up, Ox? You in here, Mr. Ox? All right, Mr. Ox, I tried to get you on earlier. Mr. Ox, unmute your microphone, Mr. Ox. Mr. Ox, where you at, brother? Okay, Ox, I done tried to get you on a couple of times. I don't know what's going on with it. Don't know what's going on with your joint. Let me get Big GT in here. All right, Big GT is over there in Britain, and GT stands for Goofy Tether. Big GT, what's going on with you, man? Big GT, unmute your microphone. Okay, Big GT, that nigga's over there delivering some English muffins for Postmates in Britain. Okay, Big GT, I get you back later.
When I'm on the go, I always got to take my root work with me. Get your root work now at rootworkstyle.com.
Root work, feel that natural flow. Root work, stay fresh wherever you go. Root work, I like the way it feels. Root work, the magic is so real. Root work, you need it for work or play. Root work keeps me fresh throughout the day.